Welcome back to another episode of Hailing Frequencies Open. Each week, Will and we open the hailing frequencies. We open the ship right up for your comments. Yeah, so we'd like to sit down. We'd like to read comments that we've gotten on our podcast and other stuff. And so if you want to hear your comment, then just comment. And we'll read it. That's what we do. That's what we dedicate this show to, is you. The show's all about you.
They're hailing us. Hailing frequencies open.
Captain, we're receiving 285,000 hails.
I wish I knew what to tell them.
So, first things first, this is our Hailing Frequencies Open video where we talked about the Ensigns of Command. I remember that episode. That was a good episode.
That was a great.
Not about ensigns.
Nope. Different kind of ensigns.
And different kind of ensigns. That's right. So this is a comment from Burn 1808. That's his birth year, 1808.
Yep.
Good year. So he says here, there was a major shift in tone with Star Trek 3, the best Star Trek movie, when they started to really go over the top with the humor. Okay, so that's right. We had that whole conversation about when Star Trek changed, like what
Yeah.
made it.
Yeah, so the title of the video is Where did Star Trek go wrong?
Yeah. I think Captain asked us that, right?
Yeah, Captain Allen, right?
So he did this. He says the franchise had begun to lampoon itself, and things got even worse in IV and then crashed in V. TNG had many good episodes, but also suffered with its share of silliness. Anything with Troy's mother and many other examples, ridiculous MacGuffins, and the nerfing of previously adversarial species. Enterprise deserves credit for being the closest to the initial spirit of TOS, and it's been mostly downhill since, especially so with Discovery and Strange New Worlds. I don't think the animated series or any of the more recent cartoons should be considered canon.
Interesting. So I won't
Dare
put words
you.
in his mouth. So I won't put words in his mouth. But it's interesting that he marks Star Trek 3 as the line in the sand, as we talked about.
Mhm.
And that carried all the way to 5. And then while he says that TNG had some good episodes, it suffered from its share of silliness. And he
Yeah.
gives multiple reasons for that. But the thing that was surprising is, okay, he marks these things as problems, but
Yeah.
then is like, Enterprise actually deserves credit. It's just a surprising take. I would not expect somebody, comment on that 3, 4, and 5 are silly things, silly, pieces, but then like Enterprise. It's just this. Usually, it's like you like TOS, and then that you don't really like anything afterwards.
I think maybe I don't know, but like, do like hardcore fans come down not really enjoying Enterprise?
Yeah,
Because I feel like whenever I'm looking for like information on Enterprise, it's very hard to find. There's very little like behind the scene type stuff or specifically stuff that I'm looking for. It's like,
It was a thing where it came up against the wall of it didn't continue the storyline after Voyager. It went back before Kirk, which people don't like, and
it made Vulcans bad
it
guys,
made
which people
Vulcans
don't like.
bad, which people don't like.
But
And
at
they
least
did a
there was
lot of weird
Vulcans in it.
things. Right. And they also like introduced like Zindi and the Suliban
Yeah.
and temporal Cold War, and they introduced a lot of stuff in that they don't talk about in Star Trek like at all.
The
And
Temporal Cold
also,
War is fine.
and I know you're gonna laugh at this, but like literally everybody who watched the episode, when Klang comes running through the cornfield and he has cranial ridges, they're like, nope, it's not Star Trek. Like immediately people were just like, because he isn't just a man with bronzer on his face. It's like, well, the Klingons didn't look like that back then. So it was like immediately nobody liked it. Right from the
I know canon just because like TOS, they couldn't afford prosthetics. You know what I mean? It's such a
I
weird hill to
I
like
know.
die on.
Yeah.
Where like Enterprise had to like physically explain like, well, now they're smooth because
Right.
they
But they
have human
augment DNA.
augmentations. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
for the
But
fanboys, but
the
it's
one,
interesting.
the other cartoon series I understand, like Prodigy and Lower Decks, if he doesn't want them to be canon,
Well,
then
that stuff, yeah. But for me, the animated series
yeah,
but yeah, I mean, you have the cast voicing it, so to me, it's 100% canon. It's
right?
Basically season four, right? I mean, that's how I look at it.
I mean, really, their 5-year mission is season one and season two bumped up with the original series. That's their
Hmm.
5-year mission. So I get what he's saying. Like cartoons are cartoons, but at the same time, Roddenberry's producing it. The original cast is fully voicing it. It's literally 5 years after TOS went off the air.
Yeah.
It's like,
It may be sacrilegious to say this on this show, Will, but for
okay.
me, that's like saying the Clone Wars isn't canon.
Ooh,
Clone Wars is very canon, and I hear that thing, that for like Star Wars fans, that's the thing where people are like, "Well, I don't want to watch this cartoon,"
right, right.
and it's like it's more than just a cartoon. I mean, it's got a lot of really great stuff in it.
Yeah,
It changes the way I feel about the last two movies, the prequels, last two prequels.
sure.
So if it has that kind of power, I mean, it's unlimited power. Because man, those last two movies suck. Okay, yeah, so that's interesting.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
appreciate the comment. I mean, obviously, I like
Yeah.
that he says that humor, if looking at it from a humor standpoint, is like where Star Trek started to go
We
wrong.
didn't even discuss that when we were talking about like lines in the sand. We didn't break down into like when it got too slapsticky.
Yeah. And I totally agree that four is like over the top, but
I
you,
did though. I said, remember what
I
I
kind
said?
of do.
Spock's hover boots is when it went downhill.
And that is five, so that's
That was
true.
close. That was close.
Very close.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, so thank you for
Totally
your
agree.
comment. We like that. Good stuff. All right, next one here is from my office. He says, I want all the proteins for my fajitas. If you don't like it, fight me. Because as we apparently learned from TNG this week, sometimes violence is the only way to resolve a problem. That's pretty funny.
Just cut to you two just duking it out. And you're like, one protein, and he's like, all the protein. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Pay-per-view this fall.
It's funny. I came down on that stance pretty hard about the fajitas having one protein, but then tonight I had pulled pork and shrimp. So there you go.
Ah,
No.
nice.
It just ends with us like shaking hands. We're like, sometimes different proteins is good.
Then you're like, jump phaser. Can it be like a mid 90s cartoon where you're like, it cuts to you guys are like in the standing there in the backyard. You guys have phasers pointed at each other, and you're like one protein, and he's like four proteins or whatever, and you're like one, four, one, okay, and then it's like, have you ever had blah blah? And it's like the commercial part comes in, and then when it cuts back, it's like, well, I think we should see things a different way, but it's a close up, and then it cuts to you shooting the phaser, but then it's just you're using the phaser to like cook the meat, and then he's like putting the food on he's making a fajita.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that does sound like a mid 90s, like after school commercial. It would be like,
Yeah.
or like it'd be just like a giant, like Slim Jim guy would come in and be like, you're both wrong. Slim Jim.
Yeah, I can't
Pretty
wait
good.
to make a Wharf Slim Jim promotional chat GPT
I
image.
snap into a Slim Jim. Comes crashing through your wall. That's great.
Perfect.
That's definitely a 90s commercial. Great. All right, next. Next comment is from Captain Alibaba. And he says, no, 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 no. You don't understand the scope of my crime. I didn't kill just one Husnak, or hundreds, or 1,000. I killed them all Husnak, everywhere. Ah, yes, this one. Remembered it as soon as you see the couple. Pretty good episode. Very interesting premise. Another god-like being. One, Akuda. I don't know why they couldn't think of the word genocide. Sure, the scale is massive, 50 billion, but still appropriate. Yep, that
Yeah.
word still applies.
Yep. It's weird.
Well, I think that's Picard just being like, hey, so we don't really want to be at war with you. So, like, we don't have any crimes against what you did. Bye. See you later. Have fun on your planet with your hologram wife.
Yeah. Please don't kill us.
Bye. This is Who Hasn't Had a Bad Day and Did Something They Regretted. The episode, though off the charts in scope.
That's pretty good. What was the thing
They,
you said? Milton's terrible, no good, bad day.
yes.
But at the end of the movie, he's killed 50 billion people.
I just remember Milton being a Ed Mark Star character. Remember that was like his
See, Uncle
cousin that
Milton.
hated Star Trek, and we just remember that episode where like, don't be a Milton.
Don't be a Milton. Exactly. Don't be a
Yep.
militant. Don't kill 50 billion people. That's where we stand.
You're just not you unless you've had a Snickers. I was so hungry, I killed all 50,000 of them.
Now I have to make a Kevin Uxbridge Snickers promotional thing too. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, you just show him like eating and be like, oh man, I almost killed 50 billion people.
It's like it's him, and then when he eats, he's just a regular
You
guy.
get, you get a little hangry when you're hungry.
The Star Trek nerd in me is very pleased with that.
Nice chocolate. Good nougat. Okay, here we go. He says the popcorn is to Picard, KB, KMS.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Captain Olimar says Picard, and Ed Mark Starr said that John Anderson and Anne Haney both they share the popcorn award. So the couple, the Uxbridges. So that poses to you, Caleb, who does get the popcorn award for being the best actor or actors of the episode?
Man, that's tough. I think Picard's really good in that episode, acting wise, but I think I gotta take points away from him being so like a know-it-all and not telling anybody about anything the whole episode. If there was a scene in there where he explained like, this guy's telepathic, I don't want to give away too much.
Yeah.
I would have been a little happier with that. What if I did something radical, Will?
Okay.
What if I said Troy really acted like she was being
Wow.
plagued with miserable music?
La, 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 la.
I think she did really good at I felt like, oh my God, that would be horrible. That'd be
Oh,
horrible. Yeah.
Just her being like, and it just won't stop, and it's in
Make
here.
it stop, Anxiety. Make it stop it. Yeah,
Make
really
it
bad.
stoppy in zombie. Is that what you just said?
I
You did
didn't,
not.
but that's good. That's what you heard, and that's the point. Make it stop it, Anxiety. Oh my God, that's good.
So-
Yeah, that's
so
my
do you-
that's my answer.
So that's awesome. I appreciate having a Marina Sirtis. That's pretty good. I think
Yeah.
it's a first for the series.
First Lance, baby. Yeah. All right, and then I have something special for you, Will. So as you know, and as the viewers may know, that on my channel, The Plastic Underground, we covered the original series movies.
We certainly did.
I had a comment on our video of the motion picture just a few days ago. It's from a Jerry Almeida 5625. Jerry. He says V is usually considered the worst. TMP is unique. The original theatrical release was slow. The VHS 12-minute longer version was so slow, but the director's additions have actually made this film good.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I could take 12 more minutes than just showing the ship from the outside, I'm sure that's what it is. They fly around the other side.
I don't remember my exact feelings on it, but I do know that watching the director's cut did help make it more enjoyable.
So off the top of your head, do you know what scenes were added? Is it like the Kirk at the bar talking about stuff, or
So is he saying that the director's cut has less or more?
he's saying that there's 12 minutes longer in the director's cut?
I mean, there's definitely sequences in it where, it's not in the theatrical movie at all, like he's saying. But yeah, an extra 12 minutes, I can believe it because, seconds add up. So yeah, it's cool. I'm glad that he found the video and
Yeah, so some people are still finding our movie reviews, which is cool.
We
We
like
have new ones coming in a couple years. Stay tuned for Nemesis in 4 years, buddy. Well, there you go.
probably eight.
8. Yeah, good. That sounds good. Will I have seen the season finale of Enterprise by then, or
Yes, he will.
but only just?
Hey, I'll put it to you this way. You will see the series finale of Star Trek Enterprise before you see a Star Trek Next Generation movie.
Yeah. Well, there's 4 seasons left, so.
Oh, bleh.
Oh, boo. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us for Hailing Frequencies Open this week. We enjoy your comments like always. Keep them coming. We like to talk about them, and you always end up having deeper discussions from stuff that you raise on, sometimes not even stuff about the episode. So we we do enjoy it. We like hearing from you guys, and we like talking about stuff. So
Yeah, we enjoy the silly thing that, like, when we say silly things, that you guys play right along and keep it going. So it's nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
KB, KMS.
Why don't you go ahead and turn those comms off?
Not a problem.
No.
Just gotta short circuit this wire here.